Hello, everyone. Hola, mundo. Welcome to Voces Poderosas 2025, where Latino brilliance takes center stage. I'm Jackie Bouvier, and I continue to be honored with this movement, celebrating the nation's most powerful voices, shaping culture, business, and future. Voces Poderosas is a transformative shortcast spotlighting pioneers, catalysts, all of those whose wisdom fuels success and personal empowerment. More than podcast in shortcast form, it's a national stage honoring Latino excellence and amplifying the voices that move markets, culture, and define our time. Today, joining us is a very honorable human being who I love, love, love to talk to, and I always have a great time when I see him. Roberto Medrano, a cybersecurity pioneer and acclaimed technology executive who has led groundbreaking work in AI, digital transformation, and cloud innovation with leadership roles at HP, Sun, Microsystems, and numerous successful startups and board appointments. Roberto brings unmatched expertise in protecting and shaping digital future. Oh my goodness, Roberto, es un honor. It's a pleasure and an honor having you on Voces Poderosas. Thank you for being on our shortcast today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks. And Roberto, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, a few questions so that our audience can learn more about you. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself, your story? What drives you?
Well, my story is a long story. I came to the United States when I was 19 years old to work, and I ended up working on a pants factory downtown Los Angeles full time. And then in the night, I decided to go learn English. I came here with literally two pants and two t-shirts and a guitar, which I still have, and very long hair and no backup. So I started there, and then I started learning English in the night. And eventually, I accumulated some degrees, four college degrees from some very respected universities, and that launched my technology career in Silicon Valley.
Well, that's great, Roberto. I love it. I love it. And what I think grabbed my attention the most is the fact that you went and put yourself to school to learn the language. And I think that's very powerful. I'd like, with that in mind, can you tell me what Hispanic Heritage Month means to you personally and your culture? And how does that align professionally?
I think we should be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Year, especially since in many states, we are the majority now. And majority Hispanics are the majority in California and other states. So the month per se is nice to have, but really to bunch all the activities into 1 month is kind of doesn't serve the purpose for all our people and for everybody that is doing such amazing work in the United States. I certainly like celebrating not only in September, but celebrating every month different activities, different successes from people that I know, people that I'm associated with, people that I have mentored in the past, and companies that I have worked in the past or helped in the past. So that's my short story about Hispanic Month. In terms of, I've been associated with multiple Hispanic organizations. I was with SHPE since the beginning, 1976, where I was vice president at Los Angeles College, and then I was president at USC, and then I was a mentor for SHIP students at MIT. I've been associated with High Tech, Hispanics in Information Technology Execs Council, since we're six people, and now it's a huge organization supporting people to become better and better in their careers. I used to belong to Nashimba since I have a UCLA MBA as well, which I participate in different aspects there. So I'm always associated with different, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some other Hispanic organizations that I work with. Sometimes I speak at ALPFA, Association for Latino Professionals. So all these organizations are trying to help not only in some cases students, but also help professionals to be better at their careers. Mentor an Elban to create the newest entrepreneurs and to mentor new people that is going to create the best businesses, upcoming business in the future. And uh, and that's how I like to help the rest of the Latinos organizations. But in my case, I also talk to non-Latinos. I do a lot of speaking engagements on how to become a board member or how to uh, be better at cybersecurity or AI. And that goes across Latinos and non-Latinos because everybody's interested on these topics.
Speaking of AI, and especially around that type of emerging or innovative solutions that are now just taking over the world, from your professional perspective, what insights or experience can you provide that can inspire the Latino community or the upcoming younger generation?
Well, when I go speaking to colleges or high schools, I always tell people you got to prepare yourself. Preparation means, in many cases, education. And education means you have to have a degree of some kind, whatever the degree may be, to be able to not only take seriously. And some people ask me, why you have four college degrees? I said, well, that's what I needed at the time. In my times, there were not that many Latinos at a high level, at executive level. So people, in order for you to take you seriously, they have to see the MIT or the USC degree or the MBA degree in my cases. So that was my card to actually present myself as a person of value for some people. For students in college, people, once you get one degree, you can massage your career any way you want, any way you can as well. And that will help you help you with your income as well, because you get probably, in general terms, you get better paid if you have a college degree than a high school degree in many cases. Not all cases, but many cases. And that will help you and your family over time. To me, once I got the degree, one first degree, the rest of my cousins, and I have close to 50 cousins and nephews and nieces and so on. I was the first one to get a college degree. So once they saw that I got a college degree, not only my brothers also got college degrees, but my cousins. And now in the family, extended family, we have all kinds, teachers, law enforcement, chief of police, presidents, mayors, lawyers, doctors, all these kinds of people that have achieved some sort of degree and have done a career, whatever career they wanna go into. But the the presentation card was, I'm an educated college degree person.
That's great. Well, that's great. And the fact that you've used that also not only to inspire others, but to be part of all these organizations. And I'm a Nashimbera too from 2011, Nashimba. So I have an MBA, so I believe it. And I was the first one in my family to get a master's degree. So I understand that encouragement. And what achievements do you or breakthroughs do you believe our Latino community still needs to pursue nowadays?
We still have to continue being part of the conversation.
Mm,
Even though Latinos have achieved a lot more, I see a lot more executives now in multiple companies of Latino backgrounds. Uh, we are a lot more. When I was, my early career was kind of the only one out of vice president or a president, or one of the few ones, we want to call it. Now I see a lot through the ALPFA organization, to the SHIP organization, to the Latino Corporate Director Associations, and then uh, through high tech. I see a lot of high tech executives, but we still are not fully represented based on our population. If we're the majority in California, we certainly are not the majority, a majority of the boards. We're not really the majority we're not at the table all the time there. So we just need to continue working at it ourselves to be part of that conversation and be invited uh, to the table. Once you get to the table, you gotta perform, basically. You gotta perform, and that's what it comes to your preparation. You have to prepare for the next challenge that you're gonna get or you want to get, and then deliver what you need to deliver. And I always said a lot of Latinos, of course, we have a big contingency of Mexicans, Latinos, and United States, but not every Latino in the United States is Mexican. But I always tell some kidding around to some people, I never met a lazy Mexican. So I don't
Mm.
want you to be the first Mexican that I know that is lazy. So you got to work hard like the rest of the people that work um, not in college degree occupations, but in any occupation, as we've seen in many of the Latinos that work very hard with one job, two jobs, three jobs, and they build the economy of the United States.
That's great. That's a good point. It's, bringing our Latinidad in any area that we are in. I think that is amazing. Going back to something that you mentioned that I think is something, at least for me, right? That's something that I would love to is give back, which I do as a board president of two boards and one board I sit on and I support. But you mentioned the equipping, right? The L-band and doing all of that. So a lot of people always often ask the question, how do I get to that next level, to that opportunity to get a paid board seat or an opportunity at the table to that extent, right? After having all that experience, what would you advice be?
Well, it's always people got to have to see from you that you perform a certain level someplace. So
Mm.
that's one thing. First, your performance has got to be one that speaks. The second one is your network, because in many activities, your network is the one that shows you opportunities of different kinds. And if you talk about boards, yes, some boards are obtained through recruiters, but those are the top 50, top 100 companies that they get recruiters. Other boards in public, private companies, and even on nonprofits, they're first the people ask, who do you know that may be good for this board? So they have to know about you and what and how you can perform, and you have to perform well in the previous whatever boards or companies or whatever. And then that's how you get invited to the party. No different than how you get invited to a quinceañera when you're not a family member, right? People know you, they like you, and then you go in there. And then on top of the quinceañera, in your case, you got some background that you have done. I was a good marketing guy, a good executive person, a good engineer, a good something. And then people invite you to the next. But also, people have to know that you want to do something. Like when I studied engineering both at USC, electrical engineering, and MIT. And when I told somebody that I wanted to be a VP of marketing eventually, they look at me like, you didn't study business, you don't know marketing, you don't know all that stuff. So, but I asked them what are the steps that you want to get to be a VP of marketing at one point early in my career. And they told me you got to go like this and like this. And once I told them I wanted to be, eventually an opportunity became what I became VP of marketing of one of New York Stock Exchange company, and uh, and that's how things progress. When I said to people, I'd like to be a president or CEO of a company, well, people look at, well, you got to learn this, they give you advice, you got to learn this, you got to learn that. But eventually somebody says, oh, okay, there's a position here, maybe you got to apply or go in there, and then you have the requirements before that, then you may pass the test. When I said I want to be in boards, it wasn't that easy either, right? I've been doing boards since 1999, and uh, and people say, well, I don't know, you have to be a CEO of a large company, public company,
Mm.
and that used to be the old days where you had to be a CEO of a public company to be a board member. And once people found out, hey, he wants to try it out, okay, so that's how things. You tell people, I want to be doing this. And you got the goods before that, and then you perform well someplace, and then you get invited to the table.
That's great. Wow, Roberto, this is great advice. Thank you so much. I know time goes by so quickly, but it's been an absolute honor to hear your journey, your wisdom today. Honestly, your fearless commitment and everything that you've done for the community in all your years, and just getting those nuggets from you today is very powerful. I want to say thank you. Thank you for the extraordinary impact that you're making in our community. Thank you for reminding us what through that true leadership really looks like, and it's you. So thank you, Roberto, for being on Voces Poderosas.